Welcome to the Investment Process Channel. I am C3 Christopher Campbell. This channel where we teach people how to create generational wealth through trading. This is week 41. We're going to go over our weekly market playbook for S&P 500, Bitcoin, and maybe some NVIDIA setups. Maybe. I'm not sure. It's October 12th. It's like the second week in October. So the second week in Q4. Let's get into the trading week. So here we are with NQ, or the NASDAQ for futures. Look at here. So last week we had an all-time high, and then look what happened with on Friday. So look like everybody cashed in, right? So looks like we had a breaking structure here. So we have a new range with price being like it rejected right here. So right here, this blue line here, and we'll tab out we'll tab out. But that was our monthly support. So looks like, again, this is week 2. Price came right back into that monthly support from the previous month. So let's just take a look. Let's go out to our monthly and see why price did what it did. And pretty much we won't be too shocked that it happened, but we hit our target number 25,246. Hit that, took that out. Looks like Wednesday. It touched it on Tuesday and Monday, but it went ahead and broke above there. It just didn't hold. It just didn't hold. 20. What do we talk about these mental numbers that people have? 25,400. Boom, hit it, and then it dropped from there. A bunch of sell orders kicked in, touched it on Friday. No, I don't think it quite got there. 24, what's the high? 25,388. It didn't make it 25,400. It was a little short. But there you go. 25,388 was our high. It didn't quite make it back there on Friday, but you see it sold off quickly from that area. So whoever had some sell orders in, they were ready to let it go. So let's go ahead and let's go out to the monthly and drill our way back up. I left these here so we can just review. So again, for the monthly, look, overall we're still up. Still a bullish instrument. NQ or NAS, the futures is still overall up. This is the second week in the month, and as I said, look, it came right back to the support of the previous month. So for the instrument, it has cleared up these imbalances or inefficiencies for the month. And my only thought is it's going to keep going higher. We were actually wanting it to do this. We wanted it to do it. I did it on Friday, so whoever had long positions or positions right up here around that 2,500 mark, it just, you had to be aware. Now I saw a couple people post like, dang, like how could it? But the market is dynamic. It's not a straight line, right? So we had that marked off specifically because we wanted price to come back there. Guess what? Now this week, this is a good place to get buys from, right? Back up to this 2,500. Excuse me, 25,500. Right? So let's go ahead and take a look and see how we could participate this week. Now, I forgot to say, and I'll say it at the end as well, the 13th is a holiday. I believe, let me double check. So there is a holiday here in America, but the New York Stock Exchange will be open, so it'll be open for trading. And for everybody that is like myself that works and also trades, it's going to be a good day to just focus in on trading, and hopefully we can get some gains. And also the market will be depending on that, so let's just pay attention. So let's go here to the weekly. We can go ahead and I'll delete it once we go to this weekly. The weekly, it even came down and touched that imbalance in the weekly. So again, the market being very efficient. It came back into this area. Now we're looking for price to open up and come down and then take back off, right? So we don't want to see it close below here. If we see it close below here, like maybe on a daily, close below this low, and that's what I will do. I'm going to move this down. I'm going to turn this yellow. So now this is our weekly support. So we're going to be looking for our daily to come in and put support somewhere around 24,150. It doesn't have to come all the way back down here, but we do not want a daily close below 24,150, right? We do not want that. So here's our daily. Now, with that being said, so for me, this is like, I don't know. I'm seeing like a lot of opportunity right here. We could drop all the way down to the 4 hour. However, with our daily range is now from here all the way down to here. So anywhere in this area is a good place to buy. I don't see a lot of imbalance or anything down here. So right now, this is our low. This candle right here, 24,158.50. So about roughly 24,157. 158. 24,158. Anywhere below that should be like your stop loss, but I would wait for like a 4 hour support to be maybe an hour. Look for support to put in. Let's go ahead and drop down to the 4 hour and take a look real quick. 4 hour. So we see we just had those two 4 hour bearish candles. Big imbalances left behind. Big imbalance left behind. Again, I'm not sure what's going to happen tomorrow, but we will see. We will see with it being a holiday. That means there's going to be a lot of regular traders like in the market just watching, and there's no telling what the big boys are going to want to do. They might want to tank it a little bit more, and they'll probably pop right back up above here at the end of the day. So we need to be careful. So we had a pullback and it just continue down. I like this. And again, we got an equal high right here. It may get crazy, and as soon as the market opens, it might pull down and just start ticking up. Then you'll see it come back and then start taking back off at 9 o'clock. And at 9:30, you'll probably see it touch back down to here and then ease up. That's why I'm saying, like, just make sure your risk management is there. Don't just jump in and think everything's going to be good. But it's showing everything that it's supposed to. So it might go sideways for a little bit in the morning. Just have to be patient. All right, let's go over here to S&P 500. So here we are with the S&P 500. Same thing here. We even had a equal low on the daily that we were that price was targeting, that we had marked out. So no mistaking it, it went and it sought it out. It also sought out support for the monthly, and you see it closed right above that. It even closed above that equal. Did it close above that equal low? Let's look here. Low 65.9325. 65.9325. What did this end up closing? 65.9525. So a little bit above. So yeah, it didn't even close below that. So this is why I say just same thing for NASDAQ. I think price is still going to continue back up. We have to look for that confirmation. Let's go out here to the monthly. So here's our monthly. Again, clearing up that inefficiency. It looks like it's already started retracing from there. We can look at a lower time frame and see how that's working out. But it's the same thing. It didn't quite hit our high that we had marked out, the 68.78, but it did come right above this 6,800, and you see it rejected right from that area. And again, we talk about those those numbers, those whole numbers that it's just a fact of life that, you know, people look at that whole number. They were hoping price got right to that area, and then they sold from there. So our high was 68.12.25, and then it sold from there. So let's look at the weekly. How's the weekly looking? I don't see anything. It didn't close below this support. It did take that out, but it did not close below this support here or this support here. So in my mind, again, price just came back and got support right here on the that monthly support. We can go ahead and delete that. And it took out that daily. This is the weekly. When do I add this here? It doesn't make sense. Oh, this is the daily. Here's that daily support. And it broke that daily support. Okay. Now I see why I did that. But it should have been orange. I don't know why that's I do not know why that's yellow. Make that orange. The support right there. We can go ahead and mark this new range here, from here all the way down to here. And this will be 50% mark. So right now, that's where price is. Anywhere in this area is a good place to get a position. Again, we want to pay attention, make sure we're getting that confirmation. Here's our 4 hour. I don't see anything on the 4 hour where price could go to. We have some small imbalances all the way down here. I don't see, like, we have this all the way down here. I don't know that price, again, we haven't broke support down here. It came right to it, matter of fact, and rejected from that area. So I still think overall we're super bullish. I still think 68.78 is a good target. Price coming back down into this area. This is perfect setup for this range here. This is a good area. I'm not telling you just get an entry. Let's wait for our confirmation. But unless we get a 4 hour close below support here, where I previously had that support line, I would still only be looking for buys. Still only looking for buys. And if it closes below there, then we're just being patient till it comes down to this area so that it can start going back bullish. But right now, it's a waiting game. It's a waiting game. Let's look at this daily 4 hour. Here's the 4 hour. I don't see anything. And you see right here, that 50% mark, 66.77. It's right above that candle, right above that 4 hour candle. So anything below that 4 hour candle is a good place, good entry place. Here's the hour. So what are we looking for? We're looking for like a close above here. Even a close above this open. If we can get, a 1 hour candle and close above there, or 1 hour candle close above, I'll wait for the pullback and then enter. Set my stop loss below the low. So it's a good opportunity. Good opportunity. Just again, manage your risk and be cautious about your entry, and go from there. Let's go to gold. Let's go to gold. So here we are with gold. Gold is continuing to create new highs. It took out our high of 40.55. We see you got a rejection right above here. What was our actual high last week? 40.81. So you got a nice rejection back there Thursday. Right now, we see like market's kind of indecision on Friday, but It's still going. It's still going. At a 4-hour equal low, we can go ahead and delete that. It's still in play, but I don't think it's relevant right now since we have support that formed right here, right? And this will be our new range now, from here to here. And price came right to that 50% mark. We still have a little imbalance left on that daily. So highly likelihood we might just dip down in there. Let's go out to the monthly and then draw our way back down and see what price action looks like. So here's our monthly for gold. Well, we see it came right back into that support for the where it opened. It looks like we gapped up a little bit, but it came right back down and then cranked up from there. Right now, it looks like monthly is somewhat in an indecision moment, but it's the second week of October, so there's plenty of opportunity. I think more so we should be looking at this, looking for our entry maybe on the weekly. We've hit that high of 40.55. We need to set some new targets. We do know price is going to come back to the previous high. Price has been there, right? So 40.81 will be one target, and we're going to see where's our next target from here. Still 50% mark here. Whatever. It may or may not come all the way back down here to 3,700. May or may not. We'll see. Look at the weekly. So this candle here, we may be in retracement, but again, let's wait till see how the market opens. Gold is very aggressive. It's been super aggressive this second week in October. It may come back down here and then, just continue up, or it just may keep pushing up. We've seen it time and time again where gold just keeps making right side ranges. This is a period of consolidation over here, but we see like it'll just keep going. It'll just keep going. I mean, what's this range here? Looking at about 12,000. So let's just say from even here. So you guys think I'd be making things up. 12,000, boom. Hit consolidation again. 12,000 is somewhere up here. So I'm just saying that to say, look at previous history, look at the instrument, its previous actions, and how aggressive it can get while it's climbing. And there it is. So let's get some new targets for gold. So here we go for our daily. Here's our new range here. Price is just above that 50% mark. I would like to see it retraced right below that. Was this 39.62? And continue up from there. Our new target, again, we still want this high, so I can go ahead and delete this. Our new target is the high, previous high, which is where we at? Was it 40.81? That's not right. Hold on. 40.81. Yep, 40.81. So if we get position, let that be a TP1, and we want it to keep pushing, right? 4,100 will probably be another time we'll see price kind of reject from that area and then take off from there. Next target is 4,500. 4,500. That's our next target. And for all of you guys that have been riding this train, just protect your position. Right now, like this is the range here. If you got in down here, move your stop loss up here. Wouldn't move it up here yet. You need another support to come in. Don't get too ambitious. Put it right here below this support on this daily. So that's it for gold. Let's go over here to the Dow. See how it's working. So the Dow was a little different. Here we are. This is our daily. Looked like it never re-challenged the high. Looks like it tried to, but it just kind of sold off last week. It's kind of sold off. Went straight back to this equal low, passed up this looked like monthly support that we had set here. Got support right here in this area. So kind of rejected from this area. Now with the Dow, we have some imbalance down here left as well. But right now, looks like it put in support right here, 50, 45, what is it? 45, 341, 340. So sold off just like S&P, just like NAS. I just don't see why, other than that equal low on the daily, and then also looks like our support on our monthly. For prices to come back to these areas and pick up some of these orders. Let's go ahead and zoom out to the monthly. I'll just change that to that. Okay, let's go out to the monthly. Here we are on the monthly. So again, yeah, that support 46,186 of the previous month, not the last month, but the previous month. And it just blew past that, took out our equal logo daily candle. We can go ahead and delete that. It looks, not sure where it just found support, but it found support. Again, second week of the month. We wanted to see this. Right now, I think it's doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. You know, this is the retracement of the month. You know, candles got to go down, then back up to be bullish, right? So first week probably didn't do too much. Second week, we have it coming down into support and then taking off from there. I don't see any reason to be shorting or thinking it's not going to continue up. We had we sit here and look at this monthly. We had a close above here, so we new highs overall. Resistance up here, but you know, it broke the high. We have a break of structure. Let's look at the weekly. Maybe down here. I don't foresee price coming all the way back down to this area though. We see even here with this strong candle, what is this? 28th of July, that's the end of the month. But we see even with this, look, price put in a little, dipped down a little bit and then took off for the week. Couple little sales around here, around resistance, then came right back in that area and then took off. So this is what I'm talking about. So when I'm saying like price is doing exactly what it's supposed to do, like it came back to clean up this imbalance and then pushed up. Here, I just think the imbalance was months ago, 2 months ago to be specific, where price came right back into that area, which was over here. That's where that support was. Price came right back, broke through support. It's a monthly candle. Momentum is a little bit stronger, right? So broke right below that support, and then got support here on this weekly, looks like. Let's look at the daily real quick. Yeah, I'm just call it weekly support. But, you know, it sought out that equal low. So that, to me, when price leaves like that in the equal lows, there were some orders down here for it to get to. So came, grabbed those orders, and now let's see what it does. So what we want is the same thing like I believe ES or the S&P and also NAS. We want to see it pull back first, and then continue up. Again, like on an hour, we want to see some kind of support. Look at this daily. I mean, it's a 4 hour. Put this daily range up. So go ahead and slide this a little bit more. Want to leave it like that. Okay. I can delete this now. Let's look at the 4-hour. So the 50% mark here is above. It's like the 50% of this imbalance right here on this 4-hour candle. So again, anything below here, where we get confirmation like on an hour level, set your stop loss below here. Want to close above here to get that confirmation. I would be looking for an hour close above here. It might try to get super aggressive and, shoot all the way up to here. But I would just wait, get that hour close, let price pull back a little bit, and then take off, right? So, but I don't see anything else that would be drawing price, knowing any inefficiencies that price would be drawn to right now. And this is just a nice strong candle. It's not bearish or bullish, other than that it is bearish, right? The wicks are like pretty much equal on both sides. And yeah. So yeah, we're just looking for confirmation on this hour level, on this hour time frame. And once we get that, I again would wait for the pullback. Once it breaks structure, wait for that pullback on a 30-minute, whatever the situation is, and wait for that confirmation to come in where we know price is going to continue up. So again, tomorrow's a holiday for America. The exchange is still open on the 13th of October. So I may do a live trading since I won't have to actually be going to work tomorrow. Overall, yes, 3-hour instruments, pull back. Gold is still running strong. But if we look at the charts told us that it was going to happen. It shouldn't be a shock to people. I'm part of a couple of different Facebook groups, and I saw a couple of, I don't want to call them rookie traders, but it seems that that's the case where they were like, dang, look at this. And it's like, we were waiting for it to happen. Like, some people, I actually shorted, I think it's in the afternoon because I had time on Friday. I think I got a couple of shorts. I did also trade earlier in the day, but like it was after 1, I took some shorts because I saw it was going towards some of the places that we had pointed out. So not telling you to always take shorts, I'm not telling you to do that. But when momentum or the trend for the day is down, it was a no-brainer for me. I was like, okay, if we can get to this equal low, then then it is what it is. So I may be on trading live. So if you want to log on tomorrow, I'll be on from 9 o'clock until probably about 12 or 1. The only reason why I'll be on until 12 or 1 is for recap. But pretty much if the market's not moving in the morning between 9:30 and 11, I probably won't be trading. If it does get moving, we'll be in there. So you guys have a great trading week. This Investment Process channel.